really speaking, you are this underlying oneness where the entire universe is one. The world is real, and it is none other than Shiva. Shiva is not appearing as the world. Shiva manifests.
You were talking about Adi Shankaracharya. You mentioned him a little bit earlier when I think you were talking about the Upanishads. He was believed to be an incarnation of Lord Shiva. So Kashmiri Shaivism is something I've been interested in. And just if, I know we don't have too much time, but if like you can go in a brief description of what that path is, and that's I think also falls into the non-dual category, but how is it different from the pathway of Advaita Vedanta?
Yes. Adi Shankaracharya was one of the greatest figures in the history of Indian spirituality. He lived about 1300 years ago. He was born in Kerala, but he belonged to all of India because he traveled across the length and breadth of India more than 1,000 years ago, reviving and reforming Hinduism, and especially establishing the path of non-dual Vedanta, which already existed. But he gave it a firm foundation by writing the commentaries on the essential texts, on the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutra, and so on, and multiple other texts, but also multiple devotional traditions. There's so many beautiful hymns that Adi Shankaracharya has written. And it was in present-day Madhya Pradesh, in what is called Omkareshwar, Adi Shankaracharya, as a young boy of 12, he came and met his guru, Govindapada, who was the disciple of a great non-dualist, Gaurapada, the author of the Mandukya Karika. So I have just come yesterday from Bhopal. The government of Madhya Pradesh has got this new project called the Ekatma Dham, the place of oneness. That's the central message of Adi Shankaracharya and the central message of Advaita Vedanta, oneness, the oneness of all existence. And they have established a 108-foot statue of Shankaracharya in Omkareshwar.
Wow.
And they're establishing a huge institute in the name of Shankaracharya. All right. So oneness. Ekatma means oneself. It's not just some external oneness. A physicist can talk about oneness, the unified theory which explains everything in the universe. But there also the physicist, as if stands apart from it. I'm trying to understand this. But Vedanta says this oneness is you. We think I am this body, or I'm this mind, this person. Vedanta says only superficially. Really speaking, you are this underlying oneness where the entire universe is one. And this is called Brahman or Atman. Ekatma, oneself. Now, this is also non-dual. Non-dual in the sense, there is nothing in the universe which constitutes a separate reality apart from Brahman or Atman, you. So there is nothing in the universe, nobody in the universe which is other than you. The real you, not the person. As a body, of course, there are so many other people. As a person, also so many other persons. But as this being, consciousness, bliss, Satchidananda, there's nothing other than that. Everything else, you will say, what's all this? This is all an appearance in that. That reality is appearing in these ways. Just like a movie screen appears as a movie. The screen appears as all kinds of movies. Just like your dreaming mind appears as a dream with so many people and events, but all the time, even when you're experiencing the dream, really it's just your mind which is dreaming all that. When you're experiencing this world, it's really just existence, consciousness, bliss. So that's Advaita Vedanta. Now, that's not the only non-dual tradition. There are a number of non-dual traditions in Indian spirituality, in Indian philosophy. The most well-known is, of course, Advaita Vedanta, non-dual Vedanta. But there is Kashmiri Shaivism, which is non-dual Shaivism. There are arguably at least two streams of Mahayana Buddhism, the Yogachara Vijnanavada and the Madhyamaka Shunyavada, which also are non-dual. At least they refer to themselves as being non-dual. So we have to take them at their word. These are all non-dual traditions. How are they different? Especially Advaita Vedanta and Kashmiri Shaivism, there are some stark differences. So Advaita Vedanta says there is one limitless existence, consciousness, bliss, and the entire universe is an appearance. Whereas Kashmiri Shaivism doesn't call the universe an appearance. It says that there's one limitless existence, consciousness, bliss, which it calls Para Shiva. Shiva or Para Shiva.
Are they
But
devotees of Lord Shiva?
yes, they are
usually?
devotees of Lord
They
Shiva.
think he's the supreme
He's
being.
supreme
Okay.
being, the devotees. But they will say the universe is not false. It's not an appearance. It's not a dream.
Mithya. It's not Mithya.
It's real. It's not mithya.
Okay.
It's real. Then what is the relation? Then how can it be non-dual?
Yeah.
Because if you have a ultimate reality, Brahman or Shiva, and a reality called the universe, then you have two.
Yeah. That's dualistic.
Yeah, there's
so
a
it's-
duality to it.
Yeah.
Advaita Vedanta doesn't have that problem because it says what appears as the universe, it's an appearance. Appearance and reality, you cannot count them together. If there's a rope and a snake, the rope is appearing as a snake, you don't say there are two things. There is one thing being mistaken as something else. There's a rope, which is real, and one, it's being mistaken as the snake. The rope is non-dual with respect to the snake. Because the
Right.
snake does not exist as a second thing. But the moment you say the world is real, it exists, then how are you going to say it's non-dual? How is Shiva non-dual? How is Kashmiri Shaivism non-dual? Well, they say the world is real and it is none other than Shiva. Shiva is not appearing as the world. Shiva manifests. They have a theory of vibrations, spanda. The ultimate reality is pure consciousness. They call it vibration, spanda. They call it play of consciousness. So, vilasa, the play of consciousness. The term they use is chid vilasa, the play of consciousness. So, consciousness plays as this universe. At no time is it anything other than Shiva. So, all of these are Shiva. All of this is one consciousness. But there's no reason to say it's false.